Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Space. Guys, in today's video we are going to cover Kaspa, its recent price action, and on top of that we are going to cover a couple of interesting charts for BTC and altcoins as well. So guys, if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and a quick disclaimer that this video is not financial advice, right? So let's start with the bubbles, right? What a beautiful day. We are experiencing a second day, or actually third day, of that beautiful recovery, and everything is pretty much pumping. I cannot really see anything that's being on red from 1 to 100, and that's obviously something great to see. Now guys, looking at liquidity, right, that's only Binance on a daily. So we do have much more longs in the market at the moment, and we are sitting at roughly 920 million if it comes to liquidity. And looking at the heat map, guys, this is where it sits, you know, that huge zone, right? So the liquidity is above 66k for BTC, and if we would see that liquidity grab for BTC, we could see BTC coming back a little bit towards the upside, and that would basically print, let's say, around 1.4, maybe around 2% for BTC, you know, in, let's say, next 24 hours, and that is going to pull price of Kaspa along with it. Okay, let's have a look at ETFs quickly. Right, so we are sitting at 422.5 million USD as of yesterday of positive inflows, 16th of July. That's obviously great. And now guys, let's cover Kaspa. Right now, with that information of what's going on with BTC and where we can actually expect BTC going in next 24 hours, it's going to be much easier to actually determine of what potentially might happen with Kaspa. Right, we are trading up 2.7% on a daily for Kaspa, and we are experiencing almost 18 cents for Kaspa in terms of price. The volume is sitting at $58.2 million, and market cap is sitting at 4.3 billion USD. Ranking, unfortunately, is 25. Right, now the current reward is 98, next reward is going to be 92, the next reduction is scheduled in 18 days. We are sitting at 84% mined, and the hash rate is sitting at 424 petahash per second. All-time highs are sitting at 442 petahash per second. Let's go to Kaspa and let's see what is going on. We are in a bullish momentum according to the Madrid ribbon ever since 14th of July. So 3 days of bullish momentum for Kaspa. And now guys, stochastic RSI on a 4-hourly time frame is basically showing that we have almost bottomed out. All right, of course we still do have a little bit of place to go towards the downside, okay, but that's nothing to be worried about. That's 4-hourly time frame. Now looking at the daily, guys, we might experience some pullback. Okay, so now the question is, are we going to see something like we have seen in here? Right, or we could see something like this. Right, we are going to go to that mid range, and then Kaspa is going to experience, you know, pump towards the upside. Okay, so these are two possible scenarios on the daily. All right, and also another thing is, guys, that maybe it's not very huge, but we do have short-term uptrend because Kaspa is printing higher highs ever since we saw, you know, that first touch of the resistance at 19 cents. Okay, so we have printed the first high, then another higher high, and now if we are going to follow that trajectory, we could expect Kaspa to hit that high of, let's say, 20 cents, which are going to be new all-time highs. Okay, I'm not saying that this is going to happen for 100%, because we still do have to close above that level of resistance, okay, and stabilize above that. All right, so now let's actually have a look at the short-term time frame. That's something that one of you guys, subscribers, actually wanted me to cover. So let's have a look at 1 hourly time frame, guys. All right, so 1 hourly time frame, what is brewing? Okay, could we see bullish pennant in here? Technically on hourly, the target would be in here above that level of resistance. That would be obviously great. Hourly is basically showing, you know, momentum towards the upside if it comes to stochastic RSI, but obviously that's not guaranteed. Okay, things can change in an instant, because obviously that is a very short time frame. Okay, it's very difficult to predict these little degen moves. All right, now 2 hourly time frame, guys, is basically similar. Okay, this is where we are at if it comes to stochastic RSI, and that bullish pennant is also visible on that time frame. So as long as we are not going to dip below, things are actually going bullish, right? Because we are in that bullish trajectory on this smaller time frame. Okay, so things are looking good for Kaspa. I'm not going to say that they are looking great and very juicy. I'm telling how things actually are. So now let's have a look at the weekly time frame. Okay, So weekly time frame, guys, this is what's happening for Kaspa. Okay, this is something that's not juicy. All right, I'm letting you know what I'm seeing. Okay, so we do have these diminishing returns for Kaspa, right? That's a downtrend basically if it comes to that stochastic RSI. All right, but we still could experience something that we have experienced in here, right? We are going to go to, let's say, this mid-range, and then we are going to see another pump on a daily, for example, sorry, on a weekly, right? Or a proper reset, okay, which I don't see. I don't think that this is going to happen because in general this is upward movement, okay, for Kaspa, guys. So you know, things are very slow with Kaspa, but obviously, you know, we don't see these pumps and dumps like with meme coins, right? Meme coins are obviously great investments if you want to make some quick buck. Nonetheless, it can become very dangerous if you guys are over leveraged with meme coins. Okay, so now let's have a look at the rainbow, okay, at the standpoint of the rainbow, right? So if it comes to the rainbow, guys, we are still perfectly being supported by this lower level of that rainbow for Kaspa, okay, with some local dips, okay, but we haven't dipped significantly below that rainbow, never so far. I'm not saying that this is impossible because we still can. However, things are looking okay for Kaspa. All right, so let's see what next 24 hours are actually going to bring for Kaspa. But again, I would like to remind everybody that this is something what I'm expecting. Of course, I could be wrong, but let's see, guys. All right, shout out to El Crypto Prof, and this is USDT dominance on a weekly. All right, so he's saying that Bitcoin is the leader, but altcoins is where most of the money is made. The USDT dominance has failed to reclaim the EMA 100 line, which is an insanely strong sign for the market. 3-year trend line broken plus bearish retest. It was all in the charts. Golden times are coming. Guys, so we are trading below EMA 100 and we have also seen a rejection from that rising trend, okay? Upward trend for USDT dominance, guys. You know what that means, alright? So this is the first sign of bullishness in the market. And now shout out to Mickey Bull Crypto, and he's saying that he welcomes you to the final phase of the post-halving massive bull run. Guys, this is huge, alright? So let's have a look at his RSI levels, alright? So we had this pennant, okay? This is a bullish pennant, obviously. We had 1, 2, 3 proper reset on RSI, okay? And now if we are going to compare it in here, 1, 2, 3 proper reset on RSI, proper here, okay? And now it looks like we are experiencing that V-shaped recovery. And by the way, that is a weekly chart, okay? And we do have this megaphone, which is a bullish pattern as well, guys. So we could see a huge spike towards the upside for crypto, guys. All right, be ready. Make sure that you are taking your profits along the way, okay? And don't be greedy. Now, shout out to Trader Taring Great, and this is Solana's chart on the weekly, right? Solana has broken out weekly trend line again. The uptrend in Solana has been healthy with continuous pumps and consolidations. So let's have a look what happened in September last year, okay? We had this downtrend, then we had the proper breakout and the leg up for Solana, okay? Then the same price action, right? We had the pullback, then we have broke that bearish trend and we went towards the upside, okay? And now basically this is the first weekly candle that is trading above that downtrend which we have broke, okay? Of course we could see some retest as a support, but obviously Solana is going to thrive this bull cycle, okay? And why am I showing you that? Because obviously there are many meme coins that are built on Solana, and one of them that I'm actually holding is Maneki, okay? And I do believe that Maneki is going to see some significant upside this cycle, but obviously guys, this is bullish, okay? Because if Solana, if Ethereum are going to experience, and of course BTC are going to experience this bull cycle, then after that we can experience these lower caps such as Kaspa thriving like crazy. Shout out to CryptoCon, and he's saying that everything about Bitcoin's price action keeps pointing back to cycle 2. Multiple punches at all-time high resistance in 2017, just like we've seen in 2024. Then after a support retest that comes before all of the most important cycle price action. Guys, another chart that is basically signaling that we could see some spike towards the upside for BTC and overall crypto market, which we can actually see in here, okay? Guys, so if we are going to look at MVRVZ cycle, okay, this is the bottom indicator in here, we can clearly see that we do have this uptrend in here, okay? Retest as a support, and probably we are going to see the bounce, okay? So just like we saw in here, okay, here and here, these two touches, okay? So guys, we are nowhere near the cycle top, all right? The fireworks are actually coming now. Now guys, total crypto market cap on a monthly, all right, according to Mr. Pro. So he's saying that Bitcoin is back above one of the most important bull market lines, the blue line. In the previous cycles, it never fell below it until the cycle top monthly close. This is a strong sign that the bull market is far from over. guys, this is obviously great. Okay, the only time it's actually flipping below that significantly on a monthly is when we are experiencing a bear cycle. Okay, and these are the best times to accumulate crypto. Shout out to Yoda, and this is a Bitcoin weekly chart, all right? And he's saying that it was a fake out to trap all the panic sellers. The price successfully went above 0.5 mid of the range. Reclaim and continuation is next. Not only does the next time frame look good, but the daily chart also looks amazing. Guys, so let's have a look at the standpoint of these fake outs towards the downside, okay, to shake out paper hands and normies. Okay, this is something that we have experienced in here, okay, in that range again, followed by the pump, then another pump, then another shakeout. Now guys, we are in another range, okay, and another shakeout too. Okay, so I do believe that the worst is behind us. Of course, we could see some other shakeout. It doesn't look like, but you know, of course, everything can happen in this market. Okay, so please make sure that nothing is set in stone. But if something is going to happen, my analogy is that this is the beautiful time to scoop up more crypto before we are going to leave the station. Okay, now guys, Yoda is predicting some tops of around, let's say, 140,000-160,000 for BTC this cycle, okay, which I believe is more than reasonable. Now, shout out to the Scalping Pro. Bitcoin post-halving dips are for buying, okay, and he's got some predictions of around 300k for BTC, okay, which I'm not saying that is impossible to happen. Okay, everything is possible, especially when we have, you know, huge ETF inflows this cycle, and this is the first institutional cycle. Okay, but of course we shouldn't wait for this magical top, okay, because these price predictions are very sexy, but waiting and being greedy can get you wrecked. Okay, so please remember about that, and please make sure that your exit plan strategy is in place. Now another chart, guys, and the Scalping Pro is saying that Bitcoin is showing impressive strength after a nice dip below the 200 MA. In August 2023, Bitcoin fell below the 200 MA and stayed there for a few weeks. However, once it reclaimed back above the 200 MA, the price pumped by 164%. If a similar pattern repeats after the recent dip, we could see $70,000 for Bitcoin very soon. So guys, this is interesting, okay, because every single time we are dipping below that 200 MA, okay, just like we have dipped in here and in here too, but that was obviously the depths of the bear cycle, okay, we have experienced a pump towards the upside, guys. Okay, so I believe that the best is yet to come. Prof is asking, is it finally time to smash through wave B? So let's have a look at 2012, right? We saw that rejection, okay, after that we saw that, you know, breakout above previous all-time highs, and after that sideways price action, and then boom, the perfect pump. Okay, just like in 2016, 2020, and now exactly the same price action. Okay, so I know that normies are shaken, but I do believe that this chart is very bullish as heck. It's macro chart on a weekly. Okay, so you know what they say, when you're in doubt, just zoom out. Now shout out to Titan of Crypto, and this is a monthly chart for BTC. So he's saying that Bitcoin ramp up is about to begin. Once BTC gets above the ceiling, it will escalate very quickly. Fasten your seatbelt. Let's have a look, alright? We had the ramp up, we broke above the previous all-time highs properly, and we entered that ramp up phase, okay? Just like in this cycle, okay, the same case, just like in the previous cycle, in this cycle, this is where we are at, okay? It's not a financial advice, guys, but you know, I believe that this is the last chance to accumulate any crypto, okay, because later this is something I'm not going to say on the channel, right? Because, you know, later I believe that's going to be the time to sell, actually, okay, to normies, you know, they are going to be late. But anyways, ladies and gents, thank you very much, and I wish you having a great day. Peace and love, crypto.